we love you, teenagers, but sometimes, you know, you think like a teenager, and then you're doing very adult things like drinking. So I guess I'm not sure how much of a lesson this video is going to be, as much as maybe an open dialogue for email to say, you know, here's situations we come across that we don't know how to handle with drinking or with drugs in our school, or maybe this is just a good opportunity for you to think out loud with a couple of adults when maybe you wouldn't talk to your parents about this sort of thing, and say, these are my worries, these are my concerns, I don't know how to handle various situations that I might be in.
Right.
And, or, you know, I don't know maybe how much is too much, you know, like, I don't know. I don't really know what kinds of questions could come up because I'm trying to think about what I would have asked, and I think it's probably just a very different world. But it would be helpful for us, too, not just in trying to help you think through those things, but in approaching, as our daughters are approaching teenage years, and they're going to have those same kinds of things, it would be helpful for us to know. This is happening every weekend. The parties, this is what the parties look like, this is what's happening, and this is what's dangerous about what I'm seeing, and that sort of thing. Don't you think?
Totally.
And then maybe we can do some future videos based on what you guys tell us about what's going on.
All the stupid choices I made, and I'm just like feel so blessed that nothing happened. Because when you're so out of control like that,
yeah,
anybody can take control of you.
Right. Exactly.
And then I would have, then in hindsight, oh my gosh, if something like that happened, I would have regretted it, and that I probably would have stopped at that point.
Well, it would have made you feel like it was your fault, and part of it would have been your fault.
Part of it, what is your fault? Yeah, if you're so out of control and you can't handle and control your own body, like, you know, that's a big thing.
I think that's a huge part of what does the partying do for the teenager, is that it allows you to be freer with the opposite sex. I think that's a big reason why a lot of people do it. Some people just want the feeling, or they have the addiction or whatever. But I think for a majority of them, you go to the party, you have something to hold on to, you've got the beer, whatever in your hand, you're, you know, all of a sudden, that boy that you thought was cute at school, you have the courage to go up and talk to.
That's really true.
And you can say, hey, and you can flirt with them, and you're not feeling like you need to avert your eyes, and neither does he, and, you know, you can figure out the whole social thing without the awkwardness. And so I think that's a big reason why a lot of teenagers engage in that.
Bad idea, bad choices.
But there are better ways to handle that.
Better ways to handle it.
And you know what, really, you don't want the guy who thought you were really cute when you were drinking. Because more than likely at school, he's either not going to think you're that cute. You know, seriously, like if he's attracted to you, he's going to be attracted to you at school when you're perfectly normal. And when you're at the party and you're flirting with him and you're rubbing up against him and saying hey and you're drinking your beer and he knows you had something to drink, and, you know, he's not going to really care how cute you are. He's just going to want to know what it's like to be around you close up. That's what he's thinking. Seriously, the group is not that fun if they have to be tanked in order for you to enjoy their company. If you don't think they're really fun to be with without it.
We might sound like nerds. I don't know.
We may sound nerdy, but I'm good with that. I don't have to be cool anymore.
I'm not driving the porcelain bus anymore like I did. I did miles on that porcelain bus.
I don't go to high school anymore, so I don't have to be cool for anybody.
Yeah.
And frankly, cool is what you make it. Do caffeine.
It's not. Yeah, that's what we do. We do caffeine.
You know, seriously, do caffeine.